What is up, everybody? How are you doing today? This is episode 6, Tunes and Collections, with Zach Hembree from the Satan Sisters. Let's see. Get rid of that. Don't need the intro anymore. So, Zach, give everybody a little heads up of what you got coming up music-wise in the future, shows, tours, albums, whatever you got going on.
Right on, man. Well, we got no tours coming up anytime soon. We had a couple shows coming up the beginning of next month and in November, but both of them had to be canceled. Unfortunately, it's out of my hands. But sometime within the next month, I believe in the next month, our second release as the Satan Sisters will be coming out digitally via the record label Rusty Knuckles. And it's the follow-up to our first album. It was called Fuck Your Feelings. And this one's it's going to be a 5-song EP, digital release only for the time being, called Free and Proud. And I think it's the best stuff I've been a part of. I know the other guys in the band feel the same way. Can't wait to get it out there. It's taking too long because of the fucking dumbass pandemic. But what are you going to do, right?
It slowed everybody down.
Yeah.
Give me a track that you would like for me to play for everybody so everybody can become familiar with music. What you got off the first album that's on YouTube?
Oh, for the Satan Sisters, there's 2 music video singles. One's called Who's Laughing Now? The other one's called Nothing to Prove. Either one of those will do. Or
which one you want me to play?
Nothing to Prove is fine.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Either one's fine, though, man.
All right, hold on 1 second. Share this up here. I'll give everybody a sneak peek. Let's see if I can do this.
That video's got, I think Nothing to Prove is the one that has a bunch of guest spots in the intro, like Merle Allen from the Murder Junkies and Alex Story from Cancer Slug and Doyle and Black Dahlia from the Doors.
Yeah, we opened up for Doyle.
Yeah, Doyle's cool, man.
Oh man, like him and what'd you say his name was?
Alex Story.
Yes.
The guy on the screenshot, that's
awesome. Like as soon as we got done playing, our guitar player turned to me and said Alex was watching our set the whole time. I was like, I know, I saw it. It made me nervous as shit.
Oh man, that's cool. He's a rad dude.
He was like, he was moving his head. I was like, that's good. I didn't even want to
look. He's cool, man. Every time I've been around him, he's been nothing but polite and cool to be around.
All right, let's see. Here we go. Let me put this full screen. Well, let me hit play and then put it on full screen.
I was saying that screenshot right there. That's the singer from the Independents.
I've got nothing to fucking prove.
Hell, I ain't got nothing to prove.
I don't got nothing to fucking prove.
I got nothing to fucking prove.
I got nothing to prove.
You're seen and quick, cause like my big black dick there. Your phone and calls is just an excuse for you to belong. I'm no good at guitar, I play in dive bars. I never got nowhere, but I don't fucking care. I'll be no one and stay right here. If what it takes to make it is to be a bird. I know I suck, but not have as much hair as you do. I know I suck. Shit, yeah, I am a jet with nothing to prove. I fucking suck, but not have as much. I have as much as you phony as fuck, looking down on us. You'll see that quick, can eat my nasty clip. Yeah, your boring calls, it's just an excuse for you to belong. I'm no good at guitar, I play in dive bars. I never got nowhere, but I don't fucking care. I'll be no one and stay right here. Cause what it takes to make it is to be a man. I know I suck, but not have as much hair as you do. I know I suck, but not have as much as you do.
Boom.
You said that you have a bunch of vintage posters and some wrestling memorabilia. So show everybody what you got.
All right, man. Let's see here. I got a lot of stuff. Like I was saying earlier before we started the actual thing. That the rest of the house was pretty messy, so we'll just stick to the upstairs. Let's see here. We'll start with this wall. Let's see. This is good enough. You see, this is some anti-scene memorabilia from over the years.
Nice.
One of my all-time favorite bands. Jeff Clayton ended up being a good friend. Thank the Lord. Good guy, man. Love that guy. But still, one of the most influential things in my life. Ended up with a lot of cool swag over there. Can you see it good?
Oh yeah.
There's a cool one, man. To my, what does it say? Rock and roll stormtrooper.
I've seen them a few times. I have a shirt, a few albums.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I think every anti-scene record is damn near close to perfect, like the punk rock Bible, in my opinion. But my opinion don't mean nothing unless you think so. Here's some Typo Negative stuff. Old school Typo Negative posters. Can you see them?
Oh yes.
There's a glare. Some more anti-scene, some Rule Breakers Ball stuff. Here's another vintage anti-scene poster from Europe from early to mid 90s. Got signed by everybody. Some Typo Negative Life of Agony live show posters. There's my older sister, David Allen Coe. More Typo Negative promo posters right there. Got some more Danzig stuff down there. My wife likes Danzig just as much as I do.
Danzig rules.
Some Cannibal Corpse signed stuff. Some old school Pentagram posters. Check it out. Guess what? Some more anti-scene. Some more vintage Typo Negative stuff. There's my other older stepsister, The Undertaker. Not related by blood, just by marriage. Close enough. Sam Hain.
Of course.
Yeah. You see these all right? These going through good?
I would recommend all this music if you've never heard of these bands.
Can you see the stuff? Good?
Oh, yeah. I can see it.
I'll see.
And I got you on big screen, too. So.
Well, you got to put the big dog on the big screen, man. All right, so check it out. My son just got this. This is official anti-scene merch. My son's 5 years old. He likes
He has plush figures?
Buddy.
Of course he does.
You can get one of these at the anti-scene website, www.antiscene.com. Pretty cool.
There's lots of good stuff on there. I need to get another shirt.
My oldest son actually likes Deicide. Took him to see them about a year back, and he scored this blanket. I'm just doing the random stuff since you can't see the records. So maybe another time we can do the records. I got some ridiculous records. Here's a
I bet you do.
Deicide blanket my 14-year-old sleeps with.
Oh, man.
All right. Let's see here. Get back to the posters. What else we got? Sorry, the lighting's kind of bad in here. Let's see.
Yeah, all right.
There's a vintage French Danzig poster up top there. From
I love Danzig. I love Danzig. I love Sam Hain. I love Misfits. I love everything he's done.
Yeah, me too, man. I think I even like a lot of the records that people hate on. You know, like I even like some of the stuff in the mid '90s. You know. Let's see.
Didn't he do an Elvis record?
Say what?
Didn't he do an Elvis covers record?
Yeah, he did Elvis covers a couple of years back. Got that. My wife, I got that one that much. He did one before that was another covers album called Skeletons. It had a ZZ Top cover on it, which was good.
That was like the biggest power move I've ever seen in music because people were always like, he sounds a lot like Elvis. It's really weird how he does. And then he just did Elvis songs for a whole album. And I was like,
yeah, I heard it once. I need to check it out again. I got 2 copies of it. The one before that, like I was saying, the covers album before that, Skeletons, had him doing a version of ZZ Top's Rough Boy, which I thought was really damn good. Speaking of ZZ Top, here's a vintage ZZ Top, huge promo poster. If I can get it in there.
Nice.
Let's see what we got here. Talking about the old Wino and the Obsessed earlier. So.
Oh yeah. Everything Wino's done in music I'm a fan of.
Yeah, me too, man. Big time. My wife scored this for me, man. I know Pantera pisses some people off, but I don't give a fuck. Old school Pantera posters, huge, fucking hostile. I was scared to ask how much money she paid for it.
Oh
Probably
my God.
She got me this for me too. It's a real cool late 90s Ozzy poster. My cat's kind of fucked that one up, so it's all bowed out. You know.
I was about to tell you, I've got one that the cats have got a hold of.
Cats, man. God damn it.
They got a hold of my sleep poster.
Your sleep poster?
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
I have a dope smokers right there. It's like the
good guess.
yeah.
Where
And-
I'm trying to see it, man. It's kind of hard to see on a little bitty screen. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, dope smoker over there.
You got the Kool-Aid guy back there too, huh?
I do.
Nice. That's a kick-ass Megadeth patch, man. I'm a big Mustaine guy, man.
I am too.
Yeah. I actually love the new record, man. I've been listening to it the last 3 days.
I have not listened to it yet. I'm probably listening to it today.
I thought it was really good. I just scored this old. It's like 1980 AC/DC Tapestry.
Nice.
Let's see if I can get this right. Here's like a little collage my kid made. My oldest kid's 14 now, but we did this when he was like 7 or 8. I took him to see Morbid Angel, and they brought him and me up on stage with him. And there's him when he was really young with Steve from Morbid Angel, and they gave him a bunch of pics and stuff. It's pretty cool. Speaking of Misfits, there's me and my wife and Doyle several years back. Trying to figure out what else I got in here. Let's see. Oh, here's here's some wrestling stuff. Some of this stuff was my kid's when he was real little. He just doesn't care about it anymore. I was like, oh, I ain't getting rid of it. And so we made that up there, a little wrestling cutout, wrestling. Actually got a Rocky 3 action figure up there chilling. That's how old I am. Let's see here. Another vintage St. Vitus poster.
I love their posters.
I think that's from '89. I think yes, an '89.
I love their posters. I love who else? Weed Eater. Weed Eater always has good.
Oh yeah, Weed Eater's got good posters, man. I probably played more shows for Weed Eater than any other band.
Jesus Christ.
With Music Hates You, we played a lot with Weed Eater, man. We were good buddies back then. That's 100 years ago, but.
What's up, Dracula? But yeah, I love some posters.
They got some more Sam Hain stuff there. The random wrestling action figure. Abdul the Butcher. Andre.
Nice.
Got some Hillbilly Jim back there. That's how old I am.
Is that a Honky Tonk Man? Oh no, that's an Andre Pop.
That's Andre. And I got let's see, Junkyard Dog, Kevin Sullivan, Taskmaster.
What?
Let's see. Got this. I found this a few months ago. I had to get it at an antique store. Cool poster. Black Sabbath, Motorhead, Twisted Sister, Diamond Head, Anvil, Mama's Boys.
Anvil, holy crap.
Let's see what else we got going on here, man.
Have you seen the big resurgence and the popularity for Anvil now? They went on tour. They came through here. I had to work that day. I couldn't get out of it. So
I haven't seen it. No, I mean I own a bunch of the records.
They made a documentary years ago, and it started.
I remember that.
Yeah, they're starting to blow up again, where everybody's starting to watch it. And I was like, "Yeah, y'all go see Anvil. Go buy."
I mean those first several records, man. I dig a lot of it.
Yeah,
I did. At least I did. I haven't listened to it in a long time. I should dust them off. I got a lot of respect for those guys for sure.
Actual Dracula's freaking out because he's from Canada. He's from Toronto, so we said Anvil, and he's like, "Yeah, Canada."
Is that somebody on the street Dracula's watching right now?
Yeah.
Cool. What's up, Dracula? Let's see. You want to see any more stuff, or I got?
Oh yeah, it's your stream. However long you want it, however short you want it, it's up to you. You show till you're blue in the face.
I wish I had known, man. With the records, I'd probably be more interesting. Maybe some other time I could make that room clean. Here's the old school Undertaker poster from probably '92 or something like that. You can see it. Might be kind of hard to see. Can you see it?
I see it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Got some Clint Eastwood there. Let's see what we got here. So,
was that Outlaw Jesse Wells?
Man, my wife probably picked that up at like the Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, that era. It's one of those 4 movies that he made where he was the same guy.
Yeah, The Man with No Name.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love some Clint Eastwood. All right. Let's see, got some Danzig live shit up there. Danzig with the Dan, Meteors, Power Trip, Retard Man.
Oh my God.
Misfits signed original posters.
Oh.
Here's one that gets you canceled. I don't care. Danzig, actual official Rebel Flag merch, but somebody get mad about that. Take it off here quick. He's from Jersey. I didn't make it. He made it. Some more anti-scene stuff up there. Signed. God, I'm sorry about the angle, buddy.
You're good. Who is that? Lime Cell. Is that Lime Cell?
That's Lime Cell, man. It's kind of high up, so it's kind of hard for me to get it. Do you see it?
Oh, yeah, I see it now. There you go.
Let's see. Now, let's see what we got here. Got some. My daughter.
That's a name I haven't heard in a minute.
Say what now?
That's a name I haven't heard in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I guess they're part of the whole Confederacy of Scum thing, I believe. Let's see what else I got. Got some more. My daughter, she's about 8 now, but when she was around 4 or 5, she she discovered like Baby Metal and Kiss randomly on YouTube, and then that snowballed into like random videos like Mortal and King Diamond. So she got into that for a while. Now she doesn't care about it as much. But I took her to some shows and got her some meet and greets for it, and she got to meet Abbott from Immortal and got a bunch of stuff signed. There's some Immortal's album signed.
I love Immortal. Immortal is so good.
Yeah, I like it too. But I'll be honest with you, man, she got me more into it than I would have been before. I appreciated it before, but once I saw how into it she was, and then I started paying more attention to it, I was like, man, most of this shit is really good.
And the best part is now they're still doing. I think they're still doing Abbott, or still going to do Abbott or whatever, and he's off on his own, and his stuff's really good still.
Yeah, we went and saw him on his last tour around here before COVID hit. It's cool. I mean, I think the Immortal stuff is better, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and the Abbott's not good.
Them as a group, it was just it's so nasty.
Yeah, well, even the last Immortal record, the one without Abbott, I thought it was pretty good, but it's still there's something it'd be all three of those guys together is what matters,
Yeah.
To me. But more power to all of them, There's more. So you got there's some Doyle stuff up there. You can see it. Doyle, Alex Story. There's some Peter Steelheart, some Mankind, Undertaker.
We had the most fun with Alex on stage because he kept saying the same thing over and over again to drive the crowd crazy.
Yeah, this is a love song. Dance to it if you want to.
Yeah. But instead of it driving us crazy, we were like screaming it back at him when he said it, and then we would cheer. And he was just like, "Oh my God, I can't even make him mad."
Yeah, he's pretty rad. I mean, he's one of the best frontmen I think in the past 20 years.
Sure. Yeah, he's really awesome.
I'm not trying to sound bitter or jaded, but it takes a lot. In a frontman department, it takes a lot for me to be like, damn. And he, every time I've seen him, he's brought it. So, I mean, I'm always, feel like I'm having the privilege to watch him when I watch him. He does a great job. He really means what he does. Let's see here. What else we got? There's an Undertaker shrine of action.
Oh, yeah, with the urn and everything.
Man, some of it's fell down because of the cats. There's more stuff up there that was hanging and suspended, but I don't know how to get to it. Yeah, there's the urn.
More Undertaker, the better.
Let's see. There's the Undertaker Ninja Turtles thing that I don't even remember getting. It's pretty cool, though.
What? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I guess TMNT did a WWE crossover a few years ago. Did like Roddy Piper and Warrior and all kinds of people. Sting, Macho Man.
People, I hope you can find them before I do. That's all.
This is like 7-8 years ago. So.
Oh, man.
Let's see. There's some Eerie Von from Danzig and Sam Main signed stuff. He's a cool cat. Talk to him every now and then. Some more Type O Negative stuff. Some more Black Sabbath with Dio. Got to have that.
I'm a big fan of both, but I do really, really love Dio's version of Sabbath.
Well, I love them both too, man. I mean, people that refuse to listen to anything else but the Ozzy era, it kind of annoys me. I understand it.
Dio stuff. There was, yeah. Even when they were Heaven and Hell, it was good.
Yeah, but it's still Black Sabbath, though. That's bullshit.
It's the same thing.
Like, let's call it. I mean, really, it's Black Sabbath. But anyway, that's some. I don't know where this came from. It's an old school WWF Battle Mania comic with Undertaker and Ultimate Warrior's about to choke him out or something.
Oh wow.
Some Dave Mustaine signed Megadeth stuff.
Man, they were so good when we seen them.
Megadeth, I've never seen them, man.
Man, they're so good live. It sounds just like the record. Like it's not even like I was expecting the sound to be like really thin because it was outdoors and stuff. And
you see them recently?
It cut. I saw them at Carolina Rebellion when they played there. So it was like outside. I figured they were going to sound really thin, and instead, when they played, they cut through the air, so it drowned everybody out. It was the loudest, most aggressive thing I've ever heard. I couldn't believe how good it sounded.
Megadeth, to be honest with you, man, when I was like 12, I think that's when I started like diving into metal, and it was thrash metal that really got me. It was Metallica and Megadeth, and Black Sabbath was probably number 3 at the time for me when I was in like 6th grade, 5th grade. And but the second Megadeth record, when I got a hold of it, Peace Sells, man, that's one of the albums that freaked me the fuck out. I was scared, man. I was probably 5th or 6th grade, man. It really scared me. I couldn't stop listening to it. Songs like Good Morning, Bad Omen, and all those kind of songs, Black Friday, like their lyrical content. When you're like 12, you're like, man, especially back then, man, the only like crazy shit I was subjected to was like if I stayed up too late and caught some horror flicks, But reading lyrics like that was like, God, man. And I grew up like really religious too. So I feel like I'd crossed some invisible line. Like there's no turning back. Like I'm going to hell. You know?
That was what Dave wanted. He wanted to make the most thrashy, evil, like grimacing band that he could possibly make, and it totally worked.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love it, man. It used to be when I was a kid, when I was like Megadeth was number 2, when I was like 12, 13. Metallica was number 1. I would like feel like, you know, I would get guilty if I listened to other bands more than Metallica because I was a kid, you know. I was like, well, I'm not paying them enough attention. But as I grew older,
the same.
As I got older, man, like by the time I hit my late 20s, I started appreciating Megadeth probably more than Metallica.
I wore out a copy of Master of Puppets, literally like the CD. Like I bought a CD, I put it in my CD player, and it stayed there. And I played it so much that it finally wore it out until it just.
Yes, that album's awesome.
And
I got a story about that album. I bought that album. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I was like, it started flaking to pieces and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe
on CD.
Yeah,
I bought that album when I was probably 12 years old, man. At Kmart, and there was a Kmart maybe 4 or 5 miles from my house growing up. I used to walk there a couple times a week and buy like posters and shit like that, like Michael Jordan posters or Scottie Pippen or whoever was popular, like Nolan Ryan and shit like that.
Yeah.
When I found out Metallica, they had Metallica stuff. I remember buying. When I got a hold of Master of Puppets, I walked home and put it in my tape deck. So I think at that point I had the Black Album and Justice and Ride the Lightning. I think I bought a Black Album, Justice, Ride the Lightning in that order. And then I got Master of Puppets. And I went home to put it in my tape deck, and it was like my dad's tape deck that he had, probably since the early 80s. And it immediately destroyed it. So I walked back up there and bought another copy and went to a friend's house and listened to it. Like immediately walked back up there, because all I got to hear was like the intro to Battery, and I was like, oh, I got to hear this.
Yeah, and it's funny because some of my on all the albums they had the one song that was only like 4 or 5 minutes long, but it was the most aggressive thing, and it was like each album had one.
Like Fire, and Battery and stuff.
Yeah, like Battery, Dyer's Eve.
Dyer's Eve was my favorite Metallica song when I was a kid because it just speaks to teenagers,
Yeah.
Exclusively. This song is not for anyone but misunderstood youth. Like, there's no way to interpret the lyrical content of that song other than it being absolutely relatable to a confused adolescent, So my first band, a real band that I gigged with, was actually called Dyer's Eve. I played bass in it. The other guy wrote all the songs. It was like probably early Danzig meets mid '80s Metallica type stuff. I wish there was recordings of it. Yeah, Dyer's Eve. Let's see. I actually like Load too, man. A lot of people hate that record band, but I think it's.
I like Load. I can't remember what all was on Reload, which means I probably don't like it.
Well, there's songs on there that I've heard recently that I like more than back then, but I think that the albums probably were just cool.
They did, where they covered a bunch of other people's stuff. I love the Garage Days Revisited and Garage Days album. I love those too.
Yeah, I like their versions of the Revisited one. I remember liking their version of that Bluish Cult Jam, Bluish Cult song they did. Yes. And I'm a huge Merciful Fate fan, so that Merciful Fate medley was really kick-ass too. But to be honest with you, after that, man, Metallica, I don't think I've ever made it through Saint Anger. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and just trash it. I just couldn't.
I will. It was really bad.
Yeah, I just couldn't.
It was really bad. Hardwired, the last one they came out with is.
I like about half of it.
They said they were going for a more Injustice tone, and it does sound like the tone from Injustice, but it's not the same production at all.
Well, I mean, but it's impossible to get that same production now, man. People don't know how to do that.
Like you'd have to go back and tape to even do that, I think.
Well, you'd have to go back in time, too. Even the motherfuckers that are going to do it on tape, that's the way the technique has changed so much.
Yeah. It's
foreign concept, man.
I like S&M. I like the stuff with the symphony, but that's just
because the symphony stuff. I thought I didn't like it that much, only because they'd been gone for so long. I thought put another record out. But the 2 singles on that, the newer songs on S&M, I listened to those recently, man. I was like, these songs, people are saying this is alternative. These riffs sound like motherfucking Tony Iommi. This doesn't sound alternative. It's just because they cut their hair and wore leather pants or whatever. Because even I was talking to a buddy of mine wearing their hat, Guillotine. If you haven't heard of them, check them out. Great Georgia death metal band.
Oh yeah. I'm in talks with having them on here too.
You should do it.
Yeah.
I'm actually on their last record, man. I sing a song on there with them. But we were speaking, me and the singer Adam, or the bass player Adam, and about Metallica lately, and totally lost train of thought what I was going to say about that. That's what happens when you get old. Shit. Well, anyway, about how we thought that some of the '90s stuff.
That was the name of one of those songs. No Leaf Clover. That was one of them.
No Leaf Clover. That's a good song, man. Well, even on Load, there's some stuff off Load, like that song "Wasted My Hate." That's fucking heavy. Or "Bleeding Me" is fucking heavy.
Bleeding Me.
King Nelson's heavy.
What was the song they did? They did an acoustic song or something like that.
On which album?
I'm thinking it was Load, but it might have been Reload.
Well, on the Load, there's the country-esque song "Mama Said," which is a great song too, man. It's all about his mom passing away or whatever. The country song, like "Let My Heart Go."
Yeah. I heard that the other day, and I was like, you know what? I mean, this doesn't even sound like Metallica, but still.
Well, it still sounds like Hetfield, but the deal is it doesn't sound like fucking Nirvana either. And everyone said it sounded alternative. Say what?
Wasn't there a rumor that he was thinking about doing something solo at one point?
Hetfield?
Yeah.
In the 90s, I remember there was rumors that he would randomly appear at clubs under a different name, just playing blues stuff. I don't know how true that was or not, but I think he's anti-solo stuff. Like, he's not with that. Okay. I think Metallica's the only thing he's
I was
about.
Like, you're in Metallica. What more could you? What are you trying to do to have lightning strike twice?
Yeah. I mean, lightning strikes every time they do anything. I mean, they're fucking. I saw them a few years ago, man.
I have not seen them live yet. I need to make it a thing before they stop touring.
Well, I mean, I went expecting to not to be that into it, and I left fucking like stoked that I went. It was great.
I've heard they're incredible live. It doesn't matter whether you're a fan of the newer stuff or not. When you go see them live, you're entertained, and you're just still like, how are they playing it that fast? Like,
I was entertained, man. It was crazy. I was telling my wife when I got home, in my little area, the people that were standing next to me for a good 5 minutes, I looked around. And it was such an odd group of people. None of us even really know each other, but I couldn't help but notice it was Brian from Mastodon standing next to me for a second, and then one of the guys in Five Finger Death Punch, which I only don't know anything about them, but I knew it was one of the dudes, and Chris Jericho and Rich Ward from Fozzy, and everybody was singing every fucking word.
I've had friends of mine tell me they went to shows in Atlanta and they've run into the guys from Mastodon, or they'll run into all kinds of crazy people who are just like, it's just like, what are you doing in Atlanta? And it's just like, oh, they were playing down here, and it's close to where I live, so I came. Like,
well, Mastodon, anyway, I'm sure you know they are Atlanta dudes. My Mastodon all live in ATL.
Yeah.
I know, like I used to go see them a lot back in the day, man. In the early 2000s, man, they were a vicious band back in the day, like live from the live standpoint. I admittedly haven't followed them in a long time though. Let's see what else we got here. Got some. Let's see. Showed you that. Here's some more ads.
We were getting it out of our systems.
No, that's all good, man. Let's see. There's an
more
Mortal Flag signed by Abbott somewhere. I don't know if you can see it because the lighting's bad in here. I don't know where. Let's see. This is all my little girl stuff, or was. Abbott mask signed. Abbott skateboard signed. All the album covers that she had signed. There's my older sister, Dave Allen Coe again. Let's see. Oh, I got some old school Misfit stuff up there. I forgot about that. Some huge 80s posters.
I love Misfits.
Vintage Died Out My Darling poster.
Died Out My Darling. Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite songs of theirs. Hands down. Like, I love that song. It's just so fun. It just sounds so fun. But
Vintage Collection poster signed by Noel.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's see here. There's some Megadeth. Where's the Vic action figure?
Nice.
There's some Billy Idol. I'm a huge Billy Idol nut.
Oh yeah, I love Steve Stevens. He's incredible.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. Speaking of Steve Stevens, so when we started Hembree the State Sisters, my pitch to my guitar player Ash was I want ours because I write the songs mostly and then bringing them in. He revamps them a little bit, but it starts with me and then he makes them good. So I was like, I want our dynamic to be Billy and Steve.
Yeah.
And so Jeff played in Annie's Scene, Throbblehead. There's Joe Young from Annie's Scene, rest in peace. That's his voodoo pincushion doll.
Man.
There's my older step aunt, Gene Simmons. There's some more Abbott bobblehead. There's my babysitter back in the day, Kane. My godfather, Ronnie Van Zant, bobblehead.
Oh, Ronnie. Ronnie was the best.
Got some Blackie motherfucking Lawless right there.
Oh,
Wasp.
yes, Wasp. I love Wasp. I love, I know they're not the same thing, but it's kind of like a guilty pleasure band, I guess you could say. I love Rat.
I don't like Rat, man, but I like
love
Wasp.
a lot of 80s stuff that a lot of people don't really remember.
Well, I never could get into Rat, but I love Wasp, man. I think Wasp was unfairly categorized as a hair metal band, where they were fucking scary, man.
They were terrifying. First time I ever saw that video for what is it?
Love Machine.
No.
I Want to Be Somebody.
I Want to Be Somebody. I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
What's very Kiss? It's like Kiss, AC/DC, but more evil than both. You know?
Yes.
I love that shit. I love almost all the Wasp albums. This will get me in some heat, but I even like the Jesus Christian stuff he does, man. I think it's really well done. You know, really well written. He's a big Christian now. His last two records, I think, are very like pro-Christian albums.
So is Dave.
Dave who?
Mustaine.
Oh yeah, I knew that. So
I never thought that would happen either.
Yeah. Alice Cooper and probably Hetfield. That's the room I've heard too. I don't judge people. You do what you got to do, man. Let's see.
Anything to keep you around on this planet longer,
or make you a better person, not be a shitbag.
Better quality of life.
I mean, do what you got to do, man. I try to accept everybody if they're cool, good people. You know how it goes. As long as they don't treat people like shit. Treat me well. I treat you well. Yeah. Got some Peter Steele bust right here.
Oh, I didn't know they made. I didn't even think.
Bark of the Moon Dog.
No,
he's wearing Randy Rhoads necklace. Let's see. Got my daughter made that for me. That's like her. She made a bust of that's supposed to be me. Andre the Giant. Bobby motherfucking Liebling, Pentagram.
Oh, I got one of the bobbleheads.
Yes.
Numbered. I got him to sign it. I got him to sign it at the show.
Oh, you did? Cool. I'm a big fan of Pentagram. Rocky Erickson. There's my niece, Undertaker. Gigi Allen.
Oh, Gigi Allen. That's some crazy shit.
There's your boy Alex Story right there.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. Another Gigi Allen. Northern Gigi Allen. Got some Motorhead action going on here.
Of course. Got to have Motorhead.
I think there's one more wall around here, man. I think I've almost showed you everything upstairs.
That's cool. We've been going for about 35 minutes.
Here, I'll show you. You want to see the last wall and we'll stop?
Sure, yeah.
Might as well. Here's some more. There's a whole Undertaker poster.
Yes, I love the Ministry of Darkness Undertaker. Even everybody doesn't talk about that enough. I love that era of him.
And I remember that's about the time, to be honest with you, where I started not watching wrestling as much. I was hooked on it until I was about 15. And then I got back into it in my late 20s to mid 30s because my oldest son got into it. But I remember that era. We got that poster at the Undertaker 25th anniversary Survivor Series show. We went to it. And they had boxes of them out in the parking lot.
Of course they did. Here's
a Danzig Lucifuge official poster.
Oh, nice.
I'm a big DMX fan from back in the day. I can see it, get the angle on there. You see it, DMX Dark and Hell is Hot poster from 98. Got some water damage on it. That sucks.
We've been talking about him at work here recently. That's funny.
DMX?
Yeah, everybody's got a story about running into him somewhere.
You said what now?
Everybody's got a story about running into him somewhere. If you live in the upstate in South Carolina, you ran into him somewhere. It usually.
Yeah, I heard his whole crew was in South Carolina. Mick from Ground Zero told me that.
He's actually one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
That's cool, man.
Really happy we were fans.
There's the guy who mixed our last two releases for the Satan Sisters. His name is Warren Riker, and he's a pretty well-known producer, engineer over the years. He's done everybody's shit. But he worked with DMX on something I guess that didn't get released. And he told me that he walked in the studio and couldn't find him. And he looked up and the dude was like on the rafters, just squatting down, looking at him like a gargoyle. And was like, "You ready to work?" Yeah. That's a hell of a visual. Let's see. What else we got here? Got some more. Sorry, I got one in here. Got some more King Diamond action going on there.
Oh, yes. The Godfather himself.
This is some of my wife's stuff. Danzig official lyrics volume 2. Dimebag Darrell, real deal pick. It was his.
Nice.
A friend of mine who works at a school of rock down the street gave it to me. The guy who owns it is Kyle Sanders, who is Troy Sanders from Mastodon's older brother. But he was in Hell Yeah. So I guess that's how he probably got a hold of it.
Okay.
There's a Hetfield pick.
Nice.
Another some more Danzig. Let's see here. Danzig Type of Negative Halloween flyer.
What? Oh, that must have been a crazy show. What year?
I wasn't there for that, man. I don't know where they.
Oh my God! What year was that?
That's probably '94. I mean, I think that came off eBay. My dad wouldn't let me go to any of that kind of shit, when I was young. I guess another signed DSI poster here.
Nice.
I'm a Glenn Benton. Got some G.G. Allen, Merle Allen, Dino Sex poster. Another Andy Scene poster. Let's see, another GG poster.
If you've never seen G.G. Allen, just be forewarned, it's not for everybody.
Well, people don't know. People only know about his crazier stuff. We know his stuff's pretty wild, but I mean, music is all over the place. Like if you listen to his first couple records versus his last couple records, it's a different human being completely. Completely
different human being, which is that's what blows my mind is how he just changes. It's like he just.
Especially songwriting wise and vocal wise. I mean, the first GG stuff's got more in common with like the Rolling Stones or New York Dolls than it does, what crazy punk rock that people thought. Well, punk rock was different back then. It wasn't, it was still being invented. So there's some more St. Vitus stuff. You see it? Here's some DSI things, album covers. Back here, all signed by Glenn Benton. You can see him. It's kind of hard to see him, huh?
Oh, that's cool.
Got a COC poster. Big fan of those guys.
Those are very popular.
Another old school St. Vitus poster. Shit, it's having hard. I'm trying to make sure I can get it in the frame, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I've never done. This is like cribs or something. What you're doing? Like, show me your crib, dog.
Pretty much.
Slayer signed Slayer poster from the Rain and Blood 30th anniversary tour. Kick-ass show. Yeah, let's see here. Leonard Skinner, Nothing Fancy poster in my laundry room. Got a bag glare on it. The cats fucked that thing up too.
Yep.
Charlie Daniels, my favorite band of all time. Charlie Daniels Band.
I just picked up. What album did I pick up? The one with Legend of Woolly Swamp on it. I just picked it up, listened to that whole album. And
is it on the? You talking about the actual album or?
Yeah, I picked the album. I got the album.
Is it the Decade of Hits or is it the what's that album called? I got the album too, man. It's the one that's got them like painted in the blue swamp on the cover.
Yeah, and it's really good.
That song, man. So I bought the Decade of Hits when I was a kid. Like I knew The Devil Went Down to Georgia, of course. So, but when I bought the Decade of Hits on like cassette tape, by the time I got around to hearing like Legend of the Woolly Swamp, I think it was like one of the last songs on it. It scared the shit out of me, man. And me and my brother used to try to listen to that song like with the lights off and see how far we could get and stuff. Man, that song is awesome, man. There's a old school another Dio Black Sabbath poster. Got a glare on it.
Oh, nice.
From '82, I believe.
Geezer with the Mockingbird.
Yeah, look at that shirt, man. Look at that shirt that motherfucker's wearing. Man.
I know, right? The way they dressed back in the 80s and the 70s, the way they dressed in the 70s and 80s is some of the greatest shit I've ever seen.
Man, it takes nuts to look like that, dog. People are like, that's lame. I mean, it takes balls to be doing that, hoss.
Black Sabbath was on stage playing in like platform shoes.
Yeah, man. The whole thing with Black Sabbath being gothic and all that, like, if you look at pictures of the motherfuckers, especially from back in the day, like the Sabotage album cover, they look like Iraqi like princes and stuff. They do. They like wearing like silk blouses and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I had one more thing I was going to show, but I can't remember. So I have a whole other room. 2 other rooms that are covered with even more stuff, but it's a big old mess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Here's you like wrestling stuff. Let's see here. Here's a signed Road Warriors.
Oh, nice.
Photo. Rest in peace to all those dudes. Some more signed DSI swag. I haven't got around to hanging this up.
I got stuff I got to hang up myself.
Big old DSI fan. Signed by dudes. I'm lazy. I've had this shit framed for a year. I didn't get around to hanging it up.
That album is so good. I end up listening to that at least once a month.
The first album?
Yeah.
Have you heard the stuff before that, like the demos before that? Amon, they released it officially a couple of years after that.
I probably have. I've heard a lot of their stuff.
I think it's better. Like the original recordings before that album. If you haven't checked it out, it's called Amon Feasting the Beast or something like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot more intense, in my opinion. I'm a huge fan of that band. Even the later stuff I like a lot. Like the last several records I thought were really good. Probably one of the biggest influences on me from a vocal standpoint, for sure. I try to get a hold of some of that chaos that Glenn Benton does, you know.
Man, it's really funny because he makes noises with his voice I don't know how he makes. Like,
no doubt.
When he said that, he's been possessed and stuff, I'm like, dude, I kind of believe it. Like, you
make for good headlines, especially in the early '90s. I don't think that's.
Oh man, that's dude, that was like was it the best publicist and marketing campaign you could ever do?
Yeah, and it worked. Man, I was scared of him when I was a teenager. I was like,
oh man, I was terrified of him. But once again, probably one of the nicest dudes I've ever met.
Yeah, same here. I met him about a year back, man. super cool, man. Yeah, he was. If I tried to meet him at a younger age, I probably would have been, freaked out by it. Here's one more thing before I get off here. There's some Iron Maiden mask, Undertaker mask.
Nice.
I don't know where this came from. Undertaker Hanna-Barbera looking thing. That's like some, that looks like some Jetsons or some Flintstones artwork. But yeah, DSI for sure, man. That was really cool to share that moment with my kid last year. He was 13 then, and he'd seen Morbid Angel, and he loved Ghost and Iron Maiden back in the day, and he kind of got away from it because he's getting older. He thought it was silly or whatever, And now, like, he saw DSI, and he's like, I like that, man. He's like, it's not as silly or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. But that was a cool moment, like looking over at him and seeing him, like, do his, like, try to headbang to it, doing devil horns and stuff. Yeah. That's about all I got right now, though, as far as swag.
That's definitely enough. I had fun.
Yeah, me too, man. Like I said, I'm sorry I had to reschedule those last two times.
You're fine. Stuff happens. But, you got right back with me and went ahead and reset everything back up, next week, so. Yeah, it was fine. Life happens sometimes. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for episode 6. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Go check them out. I'm pretty sure Instagram.
Facebook is better. I'm not as active on Instagram. But our Facebook page is.
Bandcamp. Do you have stuff on Bandcamp?
Yeah, we have stuff on Bandcamp, and we also you can go to Facebook, our Bandcamp, and the RustyKnuckles.com, which is the label we're on. That's our stuff there too.
Awesome.
Kick ass.
Everybody go check out their stuff if you're interested. I would definitely recommend it. I hope everybody had a good time. Zach, appreciate you for doing this.
Appreciate you, man.
Everybody have a good day, and I will see everyone later. Peace.